Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying for Metroair Virtual Airlines, as you can see here, brought to you by Metroair. We're flying their subsidiary, Makai Express, which exclusively operates throughout the Hawaiian Islands. And we are flying the PMDG Boeing 737-900ER version. But we're doing a very short flight. We are basically just doing a hop from, let me check, we're flying from Kahului to Honolulu. So very short flight. But I think it will still be fun to do such a short hop. And let me just check quickly though that actually my smart cars is working, because I'm always a bit worried with the new system where you don't press start yourself, but you kind of have to wait. Let me see if I'm connected but no aircraft found. Find flight, I have that. Yeah, I know which one I'm doing. It's a bit weird, the smart car system. I'm not the greatest fan of the new kind of automatic way it works, because I've noticed more issues. Okay, and now let me see if not connected to simulator. That's, for example, one of the issues I've noticed. Now we're connected. Now it worked. Okay, we just had to restart it. Good. So this is gonna be our flight. Very short. It's the only flight they have with the 737-900 that doesn't go to mainland US. So that's why I thought I would pick this. I wish they could have had some other ones, but I guess maybe they can't operate. It's not that big hilo as some of these other airports. And basically all the airports that aren't freeware are the ones from FS3 team. Since I bought now during the Easter sales, I decided to buy quite a few of them. They're, 5 airports for around 30 euros. It's pretty okay. They're not the best though. In order to get it working, you have to disable some BGLs. I'm not sure, for example, the one I'm having now, because I had to move my aircraft to the left, because otherwise basically it was too far away from the jetway. So that was a bit odd. But at least we were able to connect to the GSX jetway, so could have been worse. But let's see. And I'm just gonna check, was there anything cool about this? And I fixed the views on the outside. I'm just gonna go to the one. Yeah, one pretty cool thing is that they have these glider people at the beach, I think. I'm not sure if it's working now. They seem to have gotten stuck, but let's see. But I have the nice photoreal, right, covering most of Hawaii, so it's great to fly here. I'm hoping to do some 717 ops here as well. Not with any virtual airline, but with the Hawaiian Airlines. Since, well, I guess Walker Air has the 717 in their fleet, but that's about the only one. I've never flown this aircraft before, so do bear with me. Or I've flown this aircraft, I haven't flown exactly this aircraft, aka Makai Express. Haven't had a reason to do so thus far. So the only thing we'll just have to check is some of these callouts. I do really like to get most of them. I'm not sure how realistic it is, or if it's like an add-on, but they do help me at least when I'm going in for the landing. Yeah, we can keep that. I never use the heads-up display. Never been worth it for me. We have the yaw dampener, performance improvement, I guess that's fine. Eyebrow windows, do we want to have that? Nah, looks better without it. Cutoff switch, new or old. I kind of prefer the old one for some reason. No SATCOM antenna, maybe we should have one, maybe we shouldn't. Always the big question. Let me see, what else do we have? FE's map, track up. Let's connect the ground power. It always bugs out a bit when I do that. Okay, and you can hear everything kind of start, the sounds, etc. coming on. Pounds. Yeah, I think basically everything is set up. We have a failure though. We can clear all of them. And then let me just think if there's anything else. Simulation options, for example. I think everything is set fine. And yeah, we're basically ready to start boarding, etc. Just realized one thing though, I don't think I have let me actually check. I don't think I saved Honolulu as an airport, right? I don't have that in my or sorry, as an airport, I don't have the charts for the airport. That's what I meant to say. And we just need to, so you do get that when you buy this. And I think you might also get it for now you don't get it for Hilo, but you do get it for, yeah, for the manual from that. So we're gonna take that manual. And we're gonna steal, it's probably an old manual though, so probably not the best one, but it shouldn't be too bad either. So we'll just rename it to PHNL. I will take that one and we'll get it to our PMDG folder, which is in the Lockheed Martin folder, and then prepare 3D, and we'll put it in the EFB common documents library. Good. What else? We can check that we got it by going here and then searching on it, PHNL, and let me see, search all documents. While we wait for that, we can start setting up our flight plan, etc. The way we'll do that is actually by setting up payload, which is gonna be at 131.7. Fuel, we also want to put in fuel 9.7. Let's do 9,700, which that should be a bit more, 9,755. That should be good enough. Let me see, I might have to let's cancel search. New search. Shouldn't be this hard to find. Okay, this might open up a bit too many of these different We're gonna have a lot of findings. Let's see if we can get the airport up here. I'm pretty sure it should work unless it's in the wrong format somehow. Let me actually go back and I'll go to search, search results, cancel search. Not the end of the world. If we can't find it, we can just use it separately, right? But it would be nice if we did. PHNL. Should find it, but doesn't look too good now. While we wait, we can of course start aligning our stuff. We can already put on the window heats. Not sure we need them considering the weather here in Hawaii. I'm gonna do the fuel pumps already just so we have those. Huh. That's super strange. For some reason I just can't. Maybe it was able to kind of load in and that just that's strange, so strange. Okay, that's back to the menu, right? Yeah, seems like it hasn't worked really, but okay, we'll live without it for today. We'll just use it separately. In other words, what we can do though, or not in other words, but in terms of other things that we can start preparing, we can import the flight plan to pilot to ADC. Looks a bit interesting, but I guess it makes sense to not fly over the islands themselves. We have a SID and we have a star, so that's good. I can verify that they are correct here, and the question is now about... Actually, it's about this one from our last flight, our little failure flight. We can, I guess we should have a Mackay, but we can just use Metroair, since we're flying for Metroair. Yes, that's fine. Then we want to do the approach, and that's to runway 4 right. So let's check which one is the nicer one. Both works fine. Let's do the Zulu one. Let's activate it. Okay, that should be good. This is a bit interesting. So we're taking off from runway 2. So it's this direction. That's runway 20, and then we're gonna go and then turn around basically. Okay, interesting. We can validate, we can file our flight plan, and we can start the boarding process. And let's have a look at how many peeps we have joining our flight today. 143. Our flight number is as much as 0995. Cruising altitude is it really only 12,000? That just makes no 36,000. That's nuts. I'm gonna go with something in between, considering what a short flight this is. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 24,000 feet. We're flying the 900 version. Let's do a bit less packs, it's not gonna take that long. We can say that we don't have Wi-Fi, it's too short flight for that. Boarding music will have the Metroair one, but then for the safety brief we'll have the Mackay one. Not the normal Metro one, because they did a separate one for Mackay, which I thought was pretty cool. So let's use that. Okay, we wanna enter IRS position. So position in it. We can use GPS left. We can go to route. PHGO. No, sorry, PHOG to P. God, totally blanking now. PHNL, right? Yeah. Flight number was 09er. Can we see it here? 09er905, yes. The funny part is I think you can even put it here, right? So we can, you know, just to remember your, or maybe this should be the ATC one. Well, doesn't really matter what we put here. We always use the 4003 just because it's simpler. We are taking off from runway 02. In terms of departure, it's gonna be Maui 5, and then it's PHOG, and after PHOG it's LNY, and after NLY it's the, oh sorry about that, I got too eager. L and Y. I hate when it double takes or double. Let me see. Ugh. Is it that one? No, it was the other one. Let me delete that one and then we'll put in the correct one. The one above. That looks correct. We can go to this. We're talking about the Zulu approach. The 4 right. We're taking the Schla 1 with the LNI transition and the Alana transition. This should give us only in the beginning a bit of okay, that's interesting, vectoring here as well. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. We can accept the flight plan. We can put our secondary flight plan on legs page. We can do the init ref. We're only going up to 24,000 feet. Zero fuel weight is 131. And actually talking about that, did I ever get GSX started with the boarding? I did not. Let's just put 50 packs. And let's also open our doors so we can get those people into the aircraft. We don't need to attach the pushback tug. Do you want to board crew? It's a very nice livery. I like this kind of blue Mackay Express. It reminds me a bit of like the SpiceJet, or what do they call the Air India Express. Kind of the same, maybe a bit budget. And look at the beautiful surroundings here with the hills. It's a very nice to fly in Hawaii. It's just very green and, you know, with some elevation. which is always nice. Okay, back to the init one, 131.7 reserves at 2.3, cost index of 48, 150 at 8, and that's looking pretty good. Let's do our takeoff briefing. So PHOG, we'll search for that. We're doing runway 2, condition is dry. Let's actually connect to the sim if we haven't done that with Pilot ADC, so we can get the 80s. Unable cruise altitude. It might be difficult. Let me see, what's the problem? Is it because we're not...
Local winds are 069er at 7 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21, dew point 18. Current altimeter is 29095. Arriving and departing runway 02. Kavalui Airport information Delta. 154 local winds.
I guess it's because it's so close by.
Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear.
Let's just do 10,000 then.
Current altimeter is 29095. Arriving and departing runway 02.
10,000 might work at least.
Kavalui Airport information Delta. 154 local winds are 069er at 7 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21.
Yeah, we might make 10,000.
Altimeter is 29095. Arriving and departing runway 02.
Let's go there and then
Kavalui Airport information Delta.
wind
154 local winds are 069er at 7 knots.
069er at 7 knots.
Temperature 21. Dew point 18. Current altimeter is 29095. Arriving and departing runway 02.
29095. Good. We got the import pressure is too. Oh yeah, we forgot the dot, right?
Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21. Dew point 18.
Oh, we're using COM2. Let's see. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Getting that annoying voices. Takeoff weight 141. And then the question about the CG, which I can see from the payload one. It's 19.8. Air condition on, anti-ice off, and it looks good. We have enough runway, etc. Should be fine. 48 in terms of selected temp. I'm gonna fill that in. You can't see it because I'm doing it on my hardware. 137, 141 and 148. Can do climb 1, takeoff 1, 137, 141, 148, 141, 148. And we'll do flaps 5, 19.8 for the CG. Winds were 16. Can't type with this one. 169er at 7 knots. We don't have any slope. 138, 14149. Okay, yes, we changed a bit. Can we change the takeoff weight? We cannot. So we're gonna do 137, 1441 and 148. Let's have a look on the outside. Yeah, it looks like most of the boarding has been completed. So what we'll do now, we can just do trim 5.6, right? So we'll need quite a bit of trim. let's also be cautious because this is the 900 version, right? That it's easy to slam dunk that tail into the runway. So let's try to avoid that to best extent. 02, it's very close, so it's gonna be quickly up in the air. I guess we can keep it on. Actually, in terms of lights, I totally forgot we can do the anti-collision lights, because I'm gonna start the APU. We'll soon start the engines. I can put those on. Guess this can be on. Low pressure, well, that seems fine. Okay, APU is coming on. Metroair 4003, ready to copy, IFR clearance.
Metro 4003 is cleared to Papa Hotel November Lima, climb via the Maui 5 departure with the OGG transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 02. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. HCF departure on 119.5.
6,000 feet, right?
5441.
403 is cleared to Papa Hotel
Was
November
that the
Lima,
one?
climb via the Maui 5 departure with the OG transition,
That's
then
good
as
enough.
filed. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. HCF departure on 119.5. Squawk 5441.
Yeah, 5441.
Metro
Good,
400.
we can close the doors.
3 read back correct altimeter 29995, contact Maui ground on 121.9er when ready for pushback. Enjoy your afternoon.
We'll see what we
Altimeter
can do.
29995
No
ground on
promises.
'Let's see.
121.9er Metro
We can
4003.
put on that. So the performance has been accepted. We should soon have the rest of the stuff. We can close the cargo doors first. Let's do a boarding status check. Okay, 1 minute.
We're still
Seems
boarding.
like.
Let us know if you need anything.
Can we change? Yeah, it's all connected. That's good. Anything else?
We're ready to go when you are.
Hell yeah. Let's close the door. Metroair 4003, ready for pushback. We have the guy coming up here, gonna help us
Pushback approved.
push
Metro
back.
4003.
There's some issue, right, also with the ground. Oh, look at that Metroair flight. Oh yeah, because we don't have the Makai.
Hello, Captain.
Oh well.
We are ready for pushback.
But yeah, one cool thing is that, or not cool thing, one uncool thing is that it's because it's made in FSX, some of these airports, right, they have this really bad ground effect as well, so that's why it looks kind of, I don't know, worn out. It's not really generating in the way it should. You can probably fix that by editing it, but I haven't bothered, at least not yet. Okay, let's see. I can already put that. I'm gonna put this up to something reasonable. Can you already put? No, you can't. Or you can put LNAV already. Interesting. We have APU, so that's good. Or actually, we should have disconnected a while ago with the rest of the. We can release ground power and remove chocks. Do we have now we have parking brake set. We want to do nose left. We have pushback approved.
Release parking brakes, please.
Let's check that smart cars is still working. It is still working, so that's good.
Release parking brakes, please.
And we are ready to release parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start at will. Let's see if we can get the
2542, we're at 1 north information. Tango.
okay, it's 10:15. Look at this little wing flex going on. Yeah, the engine is spooling up. I do think the PMDG birds, specifically the 737, are the beautifulest in P3D. They're just done it right, the PBR and stuff.
Aloha and welcome aboard. When you're on board Mackay Express, you're on board
What
the spirit
viewpoints
of
do we
Hawaii.
have here? Pretty
At
okay
Mackay
ones.
Express, your safety is always top priority. Please give us your full attention as members of our flight crew share the safety features of this aircraft.
Didn't I say left?
Seatbelt sign illuminates. You must fasten your seatbelt.
Oh yeah, they just pushed us to the right. So we are aligned correctly. Could be that the airport itself is a bit off. Let's keep that on legs. Okay, we have a good engine start on engine number 2. We'll start engine number 1. And let's see. There we go. And see it starts spinning up. We're above 15. And we can see it spinning faster and faster.
To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally.
We should soon be
The bag does not
on
inflate.
the right.
Oxygen is flowing to the
Yeah,
mask.
looking pretty good.
If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the
Metro
other person.
4003, ready to taxi.
Advises you to remove it. In the event of an
So that's
emergency,
the same
raise the
Metroair.
sword brace in position. Lean
Oh, I
forward
only
with your
have
hands on top of your
Metro.
head and your elbows against your thighs.
Metro 4003 runway 02, taxi via taxiway Delta Alpha, Charlie, hold short runway 02.
When instructed to do
Okay.
Runway 02, taxi via taxiways Delta, Alpha, Charlie.
Okay,
hold
that's a
short
good
runway 02,
start
Metro
on
4003.
that engine.
adjust in the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord, only when leaving the aircraft.
Please set parking
If
brakes.
you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and
Oh
blow
yeah,
to
we need
attract
to...
attention.
For a good engine
I think these are pretty correct,
Use
right?
the flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat. Slip your arms into the
We
straps.
can confirm
The cushion to your chest.
good engine start.
At this time, all electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is
So 4 right, the landing is like 10. So yeah, 0 is fine.
disabling or destroying the smoke detectors located in the
We don't need the APU anymore.
find this in all the
It's a
other
short flight though, so technically we could.
pocket in front of you.
Bypass pin
We
removed.
ask that you read it
Bypass
before
pin
takeoff.
removed.
If you have any questions,
is clear.
please don't hesitate to ask one of our amazing
Let's
crew
put on
members.
our lights. And the engines are looking good. What viewpoint do we want to have? This one gives the most variety. Maybe one of these. But this one, I think. Let's do that. Okay, the guy isn't yet away, but he'll soon be. We can set our flaps. We can check that our flight controls are working. And I guess maybe we can do that with the system, right? Yeah, elevators, ailerons, rudder. That's good. We have rejected takeoff on. Lights are on. Now the APU is shutting down. We'll release the parking brake. We can't seem to get moving without some thrust, so we need to add a bit of thrust. Hopefully this should be enough. Okay, a bit of okay, let's see.
The cabin is ready for
Now they're
takeoff.
almost aligned. A bit more thrust on the right one. Okay, let's see if we get the not the clearance, but the handover to tower. Or if maybe it's the same ATC, right? That could be it.
Metro 4003 contact Maui Tower on 118.7.
Tower on 118.7 Metro 4003.
Metro 4003, ready for takeoff. Did that go through or not? Let's put everything ready before we check. Oh yeah, taxi lights. God, that was a mistake. Metro 4003, ready for takeoff.
Metro 4003 winds are 069er at 7 knots.
Okay, we got takeoff clearance.
Cleared for takeoff squawk 5441.
That is
Runway
good
02
news.
cleared for takeoff squawking 5441 Metro 4003.
How's it looking on the outside? Looking pretty good. For being a 15-year-old creation, it's still holding up pretty well, this airport. Some nice 717s all over this place. We like to see that. Okay, and let's turn here and we'll stop. We are ready for takeoff. We need to arm the auto. Okay, looking good. Engine spooling up. Okay. Toga set. Toga reached. Don't think I forgot anything. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Can't really go to VNav yet. So let's see, we're 100 knots checked, 120 checked. Rotate. And now let's rotate a bit cautiously, so we don't hit the back. And I think we're able to avoid that. Gear coming up. Was that a plane below us? It almost looked like there was. Let me just change quickly the view. Yeah, there is a plane that's stuck in the air. What the hell? Maybe it was on the ground. Like maybe it's a floating plane.
Turn left to heading 200.
Okay, let's go to 0.
Then direct to Maui Kahului.
Turn left to heading 200.
200.
Metro 4003.
Metro 4003 climb and maintain 10,000 feet contact. HCF departure on 120.2.
Let's find a good viewpoint again. This one. Okay, 10,000 feet climb. So the autopilot will change the radio for us.
Metro 4003 contact. HCF departure
Oh wait,
on
we're going
118.
way too fast now.
Departure on 118.3 Metro 4003.
Metro.
Wilco Metro 4003.
Let's do VNav.
Departure Metro 4003 climbing to
Okay,
10,000
we're still
feet.
turning.
Metro 4003, good afternoon. Altimeter 299er7.
299er7.
Altimeter 299er7 Metro 4003.
Metro 4003, contact Honolulu Center on 127.6.
I guess we're never gonna go to standard
Center on 127.6
since it's such a
Metro
short flight.
4003.
But look at this, we easily got up to 10,000. We could have put a lot higher in
Center
terms
Metro
of
4003 climbing to 10,000 feet.
Metro 400.
let's request a
Good
higher
afternoon.
one if we can. Okay, I'm gonna trim a bit. We're well above the mountains right in front of us. That's good. Let's do LNAV and arm that. There we go. I'm gonna straighten this out. Then activate the autopilot. Oh, that was a bit of a crazy push down effect that would have been felt in the back. Okay, we're above 10,000. Guess all the lights can go off. Metroair 4003. Request flight level 160. Did we get that?
Metro
Yes, we did.
4003 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet, Metro 4003.
We can keep level change. We'll climb a bit. Let's do 2.7, that should be fine in terms of climb speed. You can put off the seatbelt sign so people can do a bit of what they want to do. Let's just remember to put that on again. And here we are. Oh, sorry, we went too far. You see the gap. And look at this beauty. Look at that wing flex.
Metro 4003 contact Honolulu Center on 119.3.
Center on 119.
And we are leaving the island of God, I don't know these names automatically. No, not Molokai. Maui. Maui is the island we're leaving, and we're going to Oahu. Molokai, I guess, is the island to the right of us. That one. Yeah, let's see, what did we get from them? Center on, we've just been switched. How's it looking in the cockpit? Still climbing. Don't need to climb that long. Top of descent is coming up pretty soon. Can we change? That's fine for the approach. We're not going to do any further calculation. However, what we do need to do is prepare already for the approach. It's going to be 115. Sorry, 110, and then 5 and 42 is the course. Talking about weather, what did the briefing say about that? Few at 36,000 feet. No, sorry, that's the alternate. Few at 25,000. No winds, so obviously it'll be fine. En route, no. Actually, a bit of icing warnings. Let me have a look. No CB, potentially. I guess thunderstorms. I guess that's CB, right? And actually, talking about that, I haven't put on the weather radar. Can put terrain on this one. So let's have a look here. Look at that, guys. We need to be a bit cautious today. And let me check. I'm gonna quickly check what's the... Okay, so we have a bit of nasty. This is why I love having gone back to 2D clouds, is that you'll basically get to see, you know, where there is thunder, you know, where it's showing on the weather radar, there is actually a cumulus omnibus cloud. Can't reiterate how nice that is. Yeah, just look at this beautiful landscape. To 4,000 feet. We
Fly
can
the
put
Schley 1
that
arrival
in.
with the LNY transition to
I'll
4000
keep
feet
Vietnam.
altimeter 3000. Fly the Schley 1 arrival with
Actually,
the
I
LNY
don't. I want
transition
to keep
maintain 4000
altitude
feet
hold at
altimeter
16,000.
3000 for the high LS Zulu approach to runway 04 right with the Alana transition Metro 4003.
We can wait a bit with top of descent. But I mean, generally we should start descending, right? We are, yeah, okay, logic, we should start descending already. Because we did go a bit higher. If we had remained at 10,000, then that would have been fine. So let's start descending. We can already put on the seatbelt signs. So okay, we just gotta be a bit careful about the clouds. That's our main worry. But other than that, this should be a fine flight. We can keep this. Actually, I'm gonna change so that this is the normal camera to see a bit more. Yeah, okay, but that one seems to be moving away. Let's go even further out just to see what we can spot in the area generally. Seems to only be that one, so that's good at least. Shouldn't hurt us or be problematic in any serious way at least. So at Honu we should be at 9,000 feet. We are definitely, now I'm not even using my, but we're definitely not gonna make that. At least that's my feeling. Then 4,000 and then further below with the Alana transition, and then we have a look. So once we get to Schla, that's when we go to Alana, right? So let's see if we get vectored or we just have to do a direct ourselves. In terms of altimeter 300, we should have updated that. We can go to 2 on this. I'm gonna arm the speed brake already. So we have that ready. I don't think I'll need to use the speed brake, but let's pay attention and see. Yeah, we're a bit high. Can't really see too much other than clouds in the distance and clouds in front of us. Alana is also actually the waypoint if you do a missed approach, where you have to kind of go as the kind of end of that missed approach procedure. Let me have a look though now. 4 right is a super tiny super tiny runway. Are they rebuilding one of these runways? Is there even a 4 left? Maybe there has been historically one or something to that effect. Okay, but 4 right. I'm just quickly actually gonna check if we can do quickly landing data. The only thing I'm worried about is the length. I think it should be fine. I don't think SimBrief would otherwise have given us the airport as or the runway. Okay, let's see, what was the destination one saying? It was saying basically no wind. And outside temperature. Let me have a look. Why doesn't it tell us the temperature? Let's bring up the this one. Oh yeah, it was actually telling us, sorry. It's just me who is always forgetting about how to read those. QNH. 299er. Let's not forget that dot. We'll do flaps full, aircon on, anti-ice off, calculate. Yeah, looks fine. Okay, we're still descending. We have about 40 nautical miles to go. Pilot to ADC is giving us 11 minutes before the landing. As we're coming up to 10,000 feet, I'll put on the landing lights. As you can see, the weather looks a bit varied. God, can't speak. But yeah, there's a bit of, you know, that looks definitely like potential thunderstorm clouds. Clear direct Alana.
Altimeter 3000 cleared direct Alana, then cleared for the ILS Zulu approach to runway 04 right with the Alana transition at Inouye International Airport. Approach on 118.3
Okay,
Metro
clear
4003.
direct Alana.
Approach Metro 4003 descending to 4,000 feet.
3,000 feet is where you want to be.
Metro 4003, good afternoon.
We have another aircraft that's even lower than we are, flying here somewhere. Yeah, quite a bit lower. That must be coming in for landing as well. I hope not the same runway, but let's see. Can't trust that always. There's usually quite a bit of traffic here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Cessnas, etc. Grand Caravans, A330s, A321s, A4E Skyhawk, Dolphin, 787s, Stratofortress. That's crazy. Very cool. 717s. Damn, there's a lot of variety. 777s, 777-300s, 400s, Max. Any basic 70? Yeah, 1-800 as well. God damn. Not too much Airbus. 21 and 30. Yeah. I guess. And an MD-11. God damn. This is definitely not the... And let's see, why aren't we... Oh yeah, we don't have to descend yet, right? But soon enough, soon enough. Why is the weather radar showing 1 above? Wouldn't we want to show 1 below? Let me see, I'm gonna guess it's on automatic. That's the gain and that's the tilt. Let me see, that didn't do anything. Now it should show below. Maybe not tilted that much. Let me see, we're getting a bit of stuttering. But nothing too bad. I'm gonna try press VNav again. Must soon start the descent. Can't wait too much, right? Or can we? Maybe this... Oh yeah, sorry about that. Can't really tweak the views. We'll have to move them. Oh yeah, we have a nice scimitar split of the... Yeah, maybe this was just cumulus clouds actually. Let's maintain that one. Or that view for the other side. How slow is this going? We have 7 minutes? God damn, this feels like it's taking a lifetime. Even though it is pretty quick. We see Alana coming up in the distance. Oh, VNAV is off. Yeah, let's get that VNAV on again. That could have explained the issues we were facing. We'll wait with using the flaps, there's no need to rush it. Altimeter is still 3000. We can go to the away from that. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look like we'll get any nasty weather. We can go back to auto. And what was this? 7053. Can we make it? We have 5 nautical miles to descend 1400. Should be fine. We're a bit fast maybe. And then we need to descend more to get down to 3000. And is there any bad weather? Doesn't seem to be any red weathers. That's good at least. We have a lot of other planes coming in for landing as well, so that's or departing. Potentially this one and the one ahead of us is also coming in. This one is coming in pretty fast. I wonder if we can see the one. Yeah, we can. Look at that. Yeah, no clue where this. Okay, let's see if we can maintain the. Very hard when you're trying to follow a moving object when you're yourself also a moving object. That seems to be a 777 by Metroair. Okay, we're coming down. So it seems, yeah, it says drag is required, but I think we're actually looking pretty damn good. I don't know why it's giving us false. Maybe in terms of slowing down, 240 knots, it might be a bit tight. Because we do need to descend quite quickly now. I think we should be fine. Let's just continue descending. And what do we have there? Oh, a Cessna Grand Caravan. That's why it's so slow. And of course the beautiful Orbex Honolulu. Look at that, the wing is really feeling them forces today. Okay, we're soon turning in for our final approach. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Fuel wise, we're looking fine. What was our alternate anyway? PHKO, which is the one. Yeah, that's the $1 million question. PHKO. Yeah, that's the island very far away actually. Kona International Airport, and that's on the big island. And which island is that? Via island of Hawaii. Okay, maybe that's the island of Hawaii, the big one. The funny part is I always thought that was like the main island before I checked closer into it, right? I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, considering, you know, history interest and watching videos about Pearl Harbor, but for some reason, right, it just wasn't up on my radar. Okay, we'll go flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 5. So we have them in transition. We're kind of able to follow this somewhat well. We can add approach mode, so we get the VOR and the glide slope. Still below the glide slopes, that's good, but we're quite a bit left of the VOR. So let's see if we can can manage that.
Metro 4003 altimeter 3000 at Inouye International Airport. Contact Honolulu Tower on 118.
I'm gonna do manual thrust now. No need to
Altimeter 3000 tower on
keep that
118.1
being.
Metro 4003.
And let's actually use this viewpoint. I'm gonna update it as well.
Tower Metro 4003 inbound for ILS approach runway 04
Or actually hard
right.
to know which viewpoint is gonna give us the
Metro
best.
403, good afternoon. Continue ILS to runway 04 right call when established on final.
Sorry,
Continue
me
ILS
moving
runway
too
04
much.
right will call when established on final Metro 4003.
That will just be the water. We can use that one if you want to check the outside. Okay, I'm gonna add some more thrust. We can go flaps 10. And I think the airport is there right in front of us. Some other plane landing potentially, or already landed. Okay, we can. And now we're on the localizer and the glide path. Okay, we didn't yet need to bring down our gear. This is a bit early. And what do we have down there? Some fancy yacht? Fishing vessel maybe? Okay, still looking good. Let's go flaps 15. Slowly and steadily we are. I'm a bit worried about that plane though. Has it landed? Oh, it just landed. And what plane is that? A320 maybe? Look at that, 787. And no clue. No clue. Some of our Metroair companions flying in from all over the US. Let's go flaps 20. No, 30, I mean. 30. Oh, what are we now? We're supposed to be at 30. Why aren't we seeing it move? Is it because we're above the yellow tape? I'm gonna throttle down just a tiny bit. This is very interesting because you kind of fly above this other runway, the longer one. I assume these, or actually is that the 4 left? Is that still in use? Let me have a look. Yeah, it is, but it's a much shorter one. Okay, now now it makes sense. Okay, gonna go flaps full. And I'm taking control of this bird. Going manual. We are on flaps full. It's taking a bit of time to. Not sure why we're not seeing the flap. It's still
Metro
on 30.
4003 winds are 329er at 3 knots. Cleared to land runway 04 right.
Clear to land runway 04 right Metro 4003.
Okay. It's okay now. It feels like we have a much. Or do we have any wind at all? No, maybe we don't. Maybe it's just me imagining it. Okay, we're going a bit low. Gonna continue slowing down. 200. Oh, we're quite fine still. Maybe a bit lower than we should be. 100. Oh. Quite a bit of lag actually. That was very
Metro 4003
interesting.
contact Honolulu ground on 121.
Okay, full thrust reversers. Let's see, that was a bit of a late landing. Yeah, maybe it's just the amount of planes. I'm gonna guess that's the issue. That must be the issue, right? Okay. Or my computer is trying to give up on me. But yeah, we made it. That's good at least. Could have been worse. Could have been better. I think I'm actually gonna change my settings a bit. I feel like we have too many of these. Let's do 18. That's like my own virtual airline package, right? I don't think I need to see them that often. It's fun to see them once in a while. But for the frames, I'm willing to sacrifice them. Okay, we have landed, hopefully without any issues. We got landing clearance even though we didn't say we were established. Look at that, even a SWAT managed to end up on our windshield. We can start the APU. Metro 4003, ready to taxi.
Metro 4003 taxi to gate 29 via taxiways Charlie, Alpha, Zulu,
Actually want to keep
Hotel,
all of these
Zulu,
on.
Yankee, Zulu,
Oh, one
short
thing I did
runway
forget.
22 right.
Strobe.
Taxi to gate 29er via
That's a
taxiways
bummer.
Charlie, Alpha, Zulu, Hotel, Zulu, Yankee, Zulu. Hold short runway 22 right Metro 4003.
Metro 4003 cross runway 22 right.
Not sure how some of these airports are so bad. I mean, I know it's definitely because of, you know, how you created the airport, textures, etc. But some of them are just very bad performing. And then you have some that are amazing, right?
Delta 1548, your waves company 717 from your right and support.
Your waves company 717 off to the right. Enemy sight of 348.
Okay, let's see. We're coming in here for... Oh, I mean, we did not follow really our taxi plan, but oh well. I guess this is the cargo area, or potentially, I guess, if you don't have a jetway. Let's maintain the yellow line, somewhat at least. There's the 777. We have another plane coming in for landing. Let's see if this one is aligned with the... Oh yeah, look at that. The yellow line not aligned. Well, that's no good. Hopefully at least the rest is somewhat aligned. I assume this looks like it's for heavies. Really large landing areas, or landing gate areas. Maybe we can take the one in the middle there. It looks to have some tinier places to stop at. In front of us we have a 777, so we have to be a bit quick. Or at least quicker than it is. Looks like all of these are pretty large gates. I guess they mainly have large planes from the US coming in. So that was United right in front of us, the 777. So we'll go over here and taxi to a standstill. Let's make sure we have the APU. And we can turn those off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we didn't want to stop completely. That was a bit too efficient. I wonder where this United was. Is it arriving or is it taking off? Okay, let's make sure we get somewhat nicely on the 727, 707s. Nothing about 737s, but oh well. We'll make do. We'll do this one. Just in between. And what we can do now is just shut our engines. Do the seatbelt sign. Have a look at the Smart Cars app. It was accepted. We landed with 110, so that was pretty good. And then what we want to check as well is pack X. Taxing in, expected arrival. Let's open the door, that will usually trigger it. 104. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. First flight with the Metroair 737-900. Let's have a look at the replay. Hopefully it isn't buggy as hell. We can do 420. That should give us ample time. So okay approach. It's at this stage it started getting quite buggy. It's a very good looking though airport area. I'll give FS Dream Team that. It looks very good. The whole area looks very good. Okay, and here we are coming down. I guess technically what could be bugging it out is the weather. If there's thunderstorms with the wrecks, I have really bad. It's actually one of the only reasons why I'm regretting getting wrecks, just because the frames. The clouds do look better, but yeah, it's a really big hit on the frames. Okay, so pretty okay, but we should have crabbed a bit. So not the best landing, but an okay one. But yeah, that was it. Short and sweet this time around. Let's see if I can. Maybe I can take the picture here for a thumbnail. Let's see. But yeah, as I said, short and sweet. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, until next time. Bye bye.